starting to cool down. We might get rain tonight and tomorrow, which would be pretty cool. But today's high was like 79. And it is the 16th of October. So, it's been pretty warm for a while. Lately, it feels like we just go from summer to winter immediately. Like, spring around here is like 2 weeks. But I hope you're all doing well and staying warm. But yeah, the weather's going to be cooling down here next week. It'll be in the 50s and 60s, which will be great. Well, that'll be awesome. 1 second.
Sorry about that. I need to blow my nose. So, my sore throat from yesterday seems to be gone now. I guess it was just a day thing, or I feel like it's because I was laying on one side for like practically all of last night, or 2 nights ago now. And like dried out my nose or something. I don't know, because it's happened to me before where I wake up in the middle of the night or whatever and my throat hurts, and then after a few hours I would drink water, not drinking water for hours, but a few hours after drinking some water, it's gone. But it took like all day yesterday. It was weird. Hopefully it doesn't come back. Hopefully it was just a 1 day thing. But we'll see. We'll see. On Friday is the art stream. Where we will be drawing doodles for the subscribers, people that were subscribed last month. So if you're watching this VOD or whatever, and you subscribed last month, I got a gift sub last month. On the 18th, 2 days, I'll be doing the doodles. I have a few. A few people have given me what they want. I have 5. Five doodles. I thought, congrats on getting first. Hope you're doing right there. Mwah. Yeah, so I guess I wasn't sick. I'm glad I wasn't sick. I'm glad I wasn't sick. Sorry about that. So I don't know if anyone else has been experiencing this. But ads on YouTube have got like the last 2 days, they have been 2 mostly unskippable ads. There's either an unskippable ad and then a skippable ad, or they're both unskippable, but they're still like a collective 30 seconds. And the whatever personalized ads are a joke. At least mine are. I don't get any ads for anything I would want or am interested in. Most of the ads I get are for like local gas station chains, cars, for some reason, and insurance, uh, medication, and business management software. And I do not own a business. So I don't know. They're all over the place. And ads for like milk, like Meadow Gold milk, which I thought was strange. Like, do you have to advertise milk? Do you have to do that? It's milk. Everybody knows what milk is. Am I going to see a milk ad and going, I want milk right now? I want Meadow Gold milk. Let me go out to Walmart and buy a jug of Meadow Gold milk. I don't think anyone thinks that. And milk kind of makes me gassy these days, so I really only drink it when I'm eating cereal. When I'm done with a bowl of cereal, right? So I don't know. They're all over the place lately. Like for like a day, they were all over the place. Like, I did not get like a repeat ad. It felt like every single ad was different, which was nice. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's because it was late and ads on YouTube are ridiculous after like 11 p.m. They just, because, they get the ads that get shown in front of you, the advertiser bids for that spot. And whoever wins that bid in like that split second, that with the algorithm or whatever, when you click on the video, the ad gets played for you. And I guess at like midnight, after like 11:30, a lot of the big advertisers don't care about those spots, so you see a lot more local ads and stuff that doesn't even make any sense to be advertised to you. So I don't know. They've been real bad, just so annoying. But it's only 2 ads. I haven't been getting 3 or anything like that. It's been an interesting experience with YouTube ads the past few days. It has. But you can quote block an ad, right? You get an ad and you click the eye icon next to the timer in the bottom left corner of the ad in on the video, and you can block it. Like, I don't even get banner ads anymore. YouTube just does not do banner ads on the bottom of a video anymore. They just don't do those. I guess they didn't make enough, or I guess now that's the ad on the sidebar when you're not using the mode where it plays, so the whole have to bright. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they don't do those anymore. I haven't seen a banner ad on a YouTube video in years. And like the ads on the videos I watch are never relevant to the video. There's just a couple situations where they are, right? Like I was watching a Yu-Gi-Oh video or something like that, and they got an ad for Uno cards, but it's like baseball themed decks. I'm like, well, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's a card. I guess it's related. I guess. Um, but yeah, I just none of the ads are relevant to the videos I watch. None of them. It doesn't make any sense. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. But like, I don't need a car ad on a ProZD video where he's eating 32 Subway sandwiches. I don't need that. I don't care your Kia has a touch screen dashboard. I don't need a Kia. And I don't think it's probably not the advertiser's fault, right? It's probably the algorithm for feeding me all these useless ads. But I guess the car companies and insurance and all these guys pay the most for ad spots. Maybe that's why. And just everybody is having the same experience. I don't know. I mean, we talked about Strilla's experience with the supplement that they in the ad they tested it on rats and it made their balls smoother and less wrinkly, and it made them stronger. So, and yeah. So, who knows? Who knows? And like, I don't know. Like, also, YouTube's ad moderation just seems to be terrible. It seems to be better now. I don't get them as because I get the little sidebar ads for like click on this to see 10 cheerleader pictures. Oh my goodness, like stuff like that, or top 10 pictures from a wet T-shirt contest. I don't know. Those weird stupid websites like the ones like I guess those have been replaced with those stupid quiz websites. I don't know if anybody else gets those ads, but I get there's like one. Because now on your homepage, in like the first 2 rows of videos now, 2 of them will be ads. And it'll be like, mine will be, like stupid quizzes, like how gay are you? And, like Oreos. It used to be like Chips Ahoy and like a dealership or something like that, and it was so annoying. And when they implemented those, you would be like mousing over your homepage, and then you would like leave your mouse. You'd get distracted looking at a thumbnail, and you would leave your mouse over an ad. Specifically, it was always the Chips Ahoy ad. I hate them. But you mouse over it, and then you're like, oh no, and then you go back to your YouTube history to find a video you were watching an hour ago that you were watching in the bathroom, right? And then you see the 11-second Chips Ahoy ad is in your viewing history, and you're like, what the frick? I didn't even watch this. Why is this here? It doesn't. They don't do that anymore. I guess. It hasn't happened to me lately. Sorry to just start ranting. It's only been 15 minutes yet. But I guess after a few days of them implementing the more unskippable ads and what have you, the algorithm caught up or whatever is now giving me stuff I've seen before. Because before it was just a whole bunch of nonsense that ads that I had never seen before. But before I learned that you can block ads, you have to have personalized ads on to block them, though. Just use the little eye icon. Some ads you can't block, like State Farm and Army ads. Ads for like the Air Force and Navy. You can't block those ones. Maybe you can block the Army ones, but I haven't tried. Because those, if it's skippable, I tend not to block it because okay, that one's skippable, so I can see that one more. But if it's not skippable, if it's not skippable, it's like 5 seconds, and you're like, what even was that? What was that? I got one. I was in the shower listening to video game news, and an ad started, and it was like, it was I think it was a Kia. I don't know, not IKEA, like the car brand, KIA. Wait, is that on purpose? Killed in action? Is that on purpose? I don't know. That's kind of unfortunate. But it was like 3 seconds or something. It was like, Kia has a dash cam. Boom, and over. And you're just, what? What was that? I mean, maybe that's the point. So you like think about it for like 3 seconds, and then the next ad plays, and it's a carpet ad. I don't know. This is just so silly. Sorry. I don't know if I talked about it already, but a few days ago, watched a video about the about Minecraft PS1 edition, and that was pretty interesting. It seems like a neat mod pack. I was like, oh, what? Okay. And then thinking for a second, maybe it was real, but no, it wasn't real. Because the PS1 was like, what, 1998? But it's like a ARG Minecraft mod pack. You can play the mod pack yourself. And it has like an old Herobrine mod where the world will generate 2x2 tunnels into the middle in the middle of nowhere, right? And like Herobrine will show up in the periphery of your screen and like glitch around and teleport and that kind of thing. And there's like paintings with Herobrine in them or whatever. Excuse me. And it's kind of spooky. And there's a YouTube channel where I don't know if it's the guy that made the mod pack, but he's making a YouTube video series with the mod pack, with like him finding a copy of a Minecraft Minecraft PS1 edition. That in this alternate universe released in 1998 and was pulled off of shelves after like a month or a week, similar to Shipwreck 64, and only like 1,000 copies were distributed or purchased or whatever. Anyway. Hi Kumi, thank you for the raid, thank you. There we go. How was stream, Kumi? How was stream? How'd it go? You were playing Bioshock still? But hi DJ, hi RD, hi Antato. Thank you for the follow, Otaku-kun. Otaku Prince. Otaku Prince, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Mwah. If you have a favorite trigger, let me know. I'd be happy to do it for you. As thanks for the follow. Fluff out coffee. Thank you. You managed to beat Bioshock? Nice. I never beat it. I bought like the Bioshock collection on my Xbox a few years ago because it was like $5, maybe like $10, and came with all of them in a little package bundle thing. And I played the first one, and like I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I don't know how far I got. Maybe I wasn't engaging with the game mechanics properly. I don't know. I just wasn't having. It's a good game, but it didn't grab me. Maybe it was the shooting. I wasn't a fan of the shooting. Maybe that was it. I don't remember. It was years ago now. It was like 2020, 2019. Then I tried Bioshock Infinite because it's the newest game. I played a bit of that too. I thought that was neat. I never finished that either. So maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll play through all on stream. I don't know. But hello, Rangers. Hello. If you don't know me, I am Ketchup Divert, your local Teddy variety streamer. I do ASMR streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And the rest of the week we play games. This month we're playing spooky stuff. Every Monday we're playing through the Telltale Walking Dead game. We just finished episode 3 on Monday. That was pretty heavy. That was pretty heavy. I was tempted after episode 2 with like the freezer. When you get locked in the freezer, I was like, okay, I don't know if I could do this. So if the game ever gets to be too much, I will just put it down. But we're kind of invested now, so we'll see what happens. And Tuesdays were supposed to be Alien Isolation DLC, because last year we played Alien Isolation last October. Just the main stuff. I didn't touch the DLC. So I was like, okay, we'll do the DLC this year. I thought it would be longer. I didn't know anything about it. But the DLC is like 2 missions. You get 2 levels, and the rest is like stuff for challenge mode. That kind of thing. Which I'm not interested in at all. The game's frustrating enough. I don't need it to be more frustrating. So we did the DLCs. I didn't know it was so short. We beat it in like an hour and 40 minutes. Could have done it faster, but the game did not like it when I tabbed out. Tabbed into a different window. Because I tabbed back in and the game was like running in slow motion. Not frames, but the game itself. I was like walking in slow motion, but the camera still like moved at the same rate. It was like really weird. Because I was holding the flamethrower, and like the particle effect from the flame would like float in the air after I moved the camera. It's like a Minecraft torch, and I was like, what is going on? So the game didn't like being tabbed out, so I had to restart. Just that once, and then I died a bit because freaking DLC level, the first one's so annoying. You have to get the alien into an escape pod or something, and you're supposed to like run in there, push a button to get the door to close on it, so they could eject the alien into space, right? Um, yeah. So, uh, maybe one day we'll give Bioshock another shot, Arnie. I don't remember really why I put it down, but it just wasn't. It didn't grip me. I wasn't invested. I don't remember why. I just I just put it down. Um, yeah, maybe one day. Alien Isolation is scary for like the first maybe 4 hours, 5 hours. At least in my experience, it's scary. And then you get a gun, so you can deal with the robots and all that stuff with the gun, because you can't melee them with the wrench. You have to, unless you stun them first, so you have to shoot them or whatever. Then you can hit them with the wrench. And I went into it playing it like a first person shooter, I guess. There's this part after you get the wrench, where you have to get like to a console to push a button or whatever. And there's a robot standing there in a doorway with his back to you. So I was like, okay, so you just go and beat him up? Okay. And I tried to do that and I kept dying. So it's like, okay, I guess you're not supposed to do that. And then you get the flamethrower, and then the alien. As long as you have flamethrower ammo, the alien ceases to be scary at all. I mean, it still makes scary sounds, like and it jumps down through a vent in a room, and you're like, oh my goodness, that was loud. And then it like hisses, and you have to quickly hit it with the flamethrower. And then so there's a GM AI that always knows where you are, and it gives hints to the alien, but the AI or the alien has like short-term memory, so it forgets the hints after a bit. But if you sit in the same spot for like 10 minutes, the alien will find you. Even if you're hiding, no matter what, it will find you. Like if you hide in a locker, and the alien comes in, sniffs around, leaves, and if you stay there, it'll come back, and then it will find you. Or yeah. Well, the flamethrower can't kill it. It's just scared of the fire. So you shoot it with the flamethrower, and it runs away. Or if it's like charging you, and then you shoot it, it like shoves you to the side and then hurts you a bit, and then it's gone. I don't know. It's been a year. But the game is scary for a bit. And then you get the flamethrower, and the alien isn't scary because now you can protect yourself. And and then when you run out of ammo, you're like, okay, well now I gotta be careful. And it could still be unsettling and stuff, but like, for me, like before we finished the game, like the last 2 hours were like so frustrating. I just did not care that the alien at all. It was not scary. I was like, okay, you see me, fine. I need to respawn anyway. There's this part where you're trying to go outside of the station to fix like a satellite dish or something like that, and you're going down some stairs, alternating stairs and everything's like on fire because the engines. I don't remember what was going on. And there were two aliens. There were two xenomorphs because I would go down to finish going down the stairs. There's a big double door thing, right, into a room, and I'd go there, and then an alien would like grab me immediately or be behind me, and I'd flamethrower it. It would run away, and then I would immediately get got again. There were two aliens. It's definitely that there was not one. There's probably on purpose, but yeah, the alien ceased to be scary. It was just more annoying, if anything. No worries, Artie. Please get some ice cream. That sounds good. That sounds yummy. But thank you for the raid, Kumi. Thank you. Please take care of yourself. Get some food. Get some water. Don't worry about sticking around, okay? Yeah. After I watched a video about the PS1 edition of Minecraft, now my algorithm is only giving me video essays about Minecraft horror mods. And I hadn't played Minecraft in probably 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And after I watched that video, Minecraft PSX edition, I booted up my Xbox One and reinstalled Xbox One edition Minecraft to look at my worlds, because when I was in junior high and high school, mostly high school, we played Minecraft like not every day, at least once a week. And we had this world, we called it Church World because we built a little church for some reason. And I put a cross in the wall because it was made of oak, and I put a cross in birch planks in the wall. And so silly. Hi, Tato. I'll get you your smooches. Thank you for the smooch redeemer, Tato. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the switch redeemer. I hope those were okay for you, dear. Thank you for the wait or the redeem. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So me and some friends with my younger brother. Hi Beatrice. Hi. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Thank you. How was stream? How'd it go? How was the Hobbit? Oops. There we go. To try and spell this right the first time. There we go. There we go. Please go follow Beatrice. Please. She's super sweet. Beatrice is a fellow bear and does ASMR as well. Her voice is super cozy. She has lots of content on YouTube as well. Please go give Beatrice lots of love. Please. She's great. Her model is gorgeous too, by the way. It is a gorgeous model. It was great. Glad to hear. But welcome, Majors. Welcome. If you don't know me, I am Ketchup the Bear. I hope I didn't wake any of you up. I do ASMR streams like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And the rest of the week we play games. We're playing scary games this week, or this month. We're playing through the Walking Dead Total game. We're doing Death Road to Canada runs every Tuesday. Thursday we're playing through Signalis, and Friday we're playing Grim Fandango Remastered. So a couple of point-and-click games, that kind of stuff. But I guess the Walking Dead Telltale game is a point-and-click game. It's pretty similar to a point-and-click game anyway. But if you enjoy the content, please consider giving us a follow. It'd mean a lot. We're halfway to 700 now, which is crazy. This is nuts. Yeah. And don't worry about sticking around, Beatrice. Please get yourself some food, get some water, get some sleep, do what you gotta do. Do not worry about sticking around, alright? No worries. Get some water. Yapping for hours at a time is rough on my throat, so please take care of yourself. And thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you. And please go follow Beatrice. Please. She deserves it. She works super hard. Thank you, Beatrice. We're just yapping about Minecraft. Thank you. And good night. I don't know what time it is for you, but yeah. Welcome back, Arnie. What kind of ice cream did you get? Yeah, wait. So when I was in high school, like last year of junior high and into high school, kind of range, me and my friends would play Minecraft like at least once a week. Chocolate chip ice cream, nice. Is it, so it's vanilla with chocolate chips, or is it chocolate? Is it double chocolate with chocolate chips? What's triple chocolate? Is that chocolate ice cream, chocolate chips, and like fudge or something? I don't know. Vanilla with chocolate chip? Okay, that does sound good. I'm not a fan of chocolate flavored ice cream. Like if the ice cream itself is chocolate flavored, I don't really like it. I don't. It's not my thing. I'd rather have vanilla. Unless it's like Rocky Road. I haven't had Rocky Road in I don't know how long. But I don't think I mind Rocky Road. taste that much like chocolate. Yeah, I'd rather just eat chocolate over chocolate ice cream. Unless maybe like it's swirl soft serve, but soft serve isn't really ice cream, is it? That's why it's called soft serve and not ice cream. Right? Or any fruit flavor ice cream. Yeah. When I was little, like a toddler, but I was like really little. Um, my favorite ice cream was cherry vanilla. It was just vanilla ice cream with chopped cherries in it. Like the ice cream didn't have cherry filling in it at all. It was just vanilla with chopped cherries in it. It was my favorite thing, my favorite flavor, and they just do not make it anymore. I have not been able to find, at least in my area, a tub of ice cream that's vanilla with chopped cherries in it. If I find it, it's always like cherry chocolate or something like that, and I don't want that. I just want vanilla and cherries. So, usually, lately I've just had to get like put cherry pie filling on my ice cream, which is still good. That's still yummy. Or just get a jar of maraschino cherries myself. But yeah, I haven't been able to find it a long time. But we had our Minecraft world was called Church World, or we called it the Church World. I don't know. It's not my world. It's my friend's world. So, I can't go visit it whenever I want, which is unfortunate because it's pretty cool. Like I can still see it in my head. We played it. We were around there a lot. I'm still friends with this person, so it's not like I could never play it again. I just have to get Minecraft on my Xbox again and pay for gold, or I guess Game Pass Basic or whatever it's called now. I don't know. Hi Flu, how are you, dear? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you had something yummy today. Am I cozy? I suppose. It's actually kind of warm in here right now. The AC's not on. It's pretty warm today. It was a high of 79. But we might get rain tonight and tomorrow. And the rest of this week is supposed to be in the 50s and 60s. So it's finally getting cool. We'll see how long it lasts. Let's see if it's sticking around. Trees have started to drop their leaves. They're still mostly green. But probably the next week, I imagine they'll dump most of them. It snowed today? Nice. I wish we had snow here. I love snow. I at least like looking at it. But we called it the Church World because we built a little church in the world. Just a little thing. I don't remember why we did it. But we need some context here. Maybe. But I was raised Mormon, so were all my friends. Except maybe 2 of them that played Minecraft with us. And we built a little church with pews and then the stand. And then I put a cross made of birch planks inside the wall. It was part of the wall. The rest of the building was oak, so it stood out. Made a nice farmhouse in Minecraft with a goat farm. Nice. There's goats. Oh, yeah, I guess there's the big horn, the mountain goats now. It wasn't like an old church like it was just an oak house that we put a sign on. This is Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, right? and I put a cross in there. Mormons, they don't like the cross. They don't like it at all. Um, you're not supposed to put a cross up on your wall. You're not supposed to wear them. It's frowned upon. I don't know if it is as much these days. I don't know. They're changing the rules. um, 4,500 square foot farmhouse. Oh my goodness. And we held I remember we were like, we should have a Sakura meeting. Sakura meeting is so on Sundays, on a hectare of land. Nice, nice. That's a big farmhouse. Sakura meeting. Mormon Sunday services was, when I was little growing up, it was split into it was like 3 or 4 hours long. You spent 3 or 4 hours at church on Sundays. It was terrible. I'm exaggerating, but when you're like 5, it feels like forever. So you get there, and then you have sacrament meeting, which is like an hour ish, where members of the congregation give talks. Sometimes you have leadership, area leadership, like your stake president or area president visit, or some of the members of their presidency visit, and they give a talk. Sometimes the bishopric does. The bishopric is the bishop, his first, second counselor, and then his secretary. And they all sit up on the stand, and the bishop and his presidency are all members of the congregation. They're not somebody outside that the church brings in or whatever. They're not paid either. So you have sacrament meeting, and it's called sacrament meeting because you have the sacrament there, where you partake of the bread and the water, right? And so in Minecraft we built this. It could be seen as heresy. I don't know. Maybe, probably not. We were like teenagers. It was probably 15, 16, maybe, probably 15. Not anyway. We were like, we should have a sacrament meeting, or we should recreate the sacrament. So we had bread and then bottles of water in Minecraft that we just threw at people. Abuse. Yeah, it was something else. But yeah, we're just kids, right? So that's why it's called Church World, because we built the church. We had a house first, of course. It was this little square thing with a roof that we put a bunch of weapon armor stands on, because we got a lot of armor pieces from zombies. Over the course of time, we had a lot of dyed leather armor and chain mail and all this stuff from zombie drops that we just put on those. And the house itself was not too large. There was a room with like 4 beds, and chests next to them, and in the corner was a hole with a ladder. You go down there, and then there was like a bunker that we built down there with potato, carrot. I think it might have been around the time they added carrots and potatoes. So we had the little carrot and potato farm, and then we dug out this big hole underneath the house, and we got grass down there, and I remember dragging pigs down there and hollowed out this big room underground, and I think in the middle, on like a stone pedestal, I put the first cake ever crafted in the world. I put on this pedestal with a sign that says "Do not eat," and someone ate from the cake. Someone ate from the cake. There's a few chunks missing out of the cake. How could they? It's fine. People misclick. Yeah, there's this little bunker down there. And to the... and this is right next to like a mountain. And so if you're standing on the roof of the house, which is not facing the church, to your right is a farm with some cows and horses in there, and then a big wheat field surrounded with stone slabs. And I think there are carrots too. And then behind the church is this huge stone and glass tower. Actually, no, that wasn't behind the church. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, we spent a lot of time there in that world. And it went through a lot of updates. I think we went to the end to find like end fortresses and stuff and got all that stuff, shulker boxes, that kind of thing. I remember we had like a month or two where in like 2020 we would all play once a week with some newer people, and we all went and killed the Ender Dragon and stuff, and then we went on adventures in the end. This was a few years ago, so after high school. But yeah, it's called Church World because we built a little church with a cross, which could be seen by older Mormons as heretical. You just play creative? Yeah. So I booted up, I reinstalled Xbox One Edition. Took a bit to get it to install. I don't have any of my texture packs anymore, or my skin packs, because I transferred all those to Bedrock or whatever it's called now. But I clicked the play game button, and the game just froze. So I closed it, reopened the game, and then I clicked on settings to see if I could look at settings or whatever, and that opened, and then I changed my skin, and then play game worked. And I have like 5 worlds on Xbox One Edition. Most of the time spent on Xbox One Edition was on the church world, which was not mine. It's a friend's world. So I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of worlds there. There's one is a super flat with pixel art that I did with my brother and some of my sister, I think, and one of my cousins. Hi, Mooney. Oh, no worries, Mooney. No worries. Thank you for being here. I'm just rambling about Minecraft. I don't know if that'll help you out too much, but I hope it does. I'm just rambling about Minecraft. Thank you for being here. You want to go, girl? Okay. But I did like Kirby. A Kirby sprite, a Jango Fett sprite, the Majora's Mask, Pikachu, the Pikachu sprite from Yellow. There's one of Yoda, Halo Grunt, and then I was in the process of doing a Haunter. From Red, Blue, Yellow. Haunter's, it might be gold or silver. I don't remember. It had color, so I don't think it was red or blue. I started on that, and I never finished it. Minecraft needs ducks. Well, depending on the texture pack, they look like ducks in some texture packs that I've seen. I think the realistic texture pack on Xbox One Edition makes them look like ducks. I think. Maybe.
able to get some good sleep. And everything will be okay, alright? Good girl. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Good girl, Mooney. I'm sorry you had a bad day. I hope you get some good sleep. Don't forget to brush your teeth and drink some water, okay? Hi, Esther. Hi, dear. How are you? Good to see you. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Mooney. Good girl, good girl. Mooney, I'm very proud of you, dear. You work very, very hard. And I'm very proud of you. You work super hard. Good girl. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Mooney, thank you for being here. Spending time with me on the streams. Thank you for watching and lurking and chatting. Thank you for being here. Always good to see you. Mooney, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion. Anyway. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
There we go.
Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Yes, you are. Look at you being such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
There you go, Mooney. Hope that was okay for you. Hope you feel better soon. It'll be alright, okay? And no worries, you don't need to talk. I appreciate all the lurkers. Your legs are sore from work. I'm sorry to that, Esther. Sometimes feeling sore can feel good, right? Because you know you did something. But being sore all the time, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah, so I had a world where I tried to do pixel art. And I have one called First World 2, so I don't know where the first world went. I don't have it anymore. I might have transferred it to Bedrock. I don't know if you can do that. I might have done that. I didn't play Bedrock because it needed to update, but then it was installing a different Minecraft, so I think I just need to uninstall Bedrock and reinstall it or something. I don't know if I own it though, because apparently after they released Bedrock and they were like, everybody move on from Xbox One Edition, you can move all your stuff over. Apparently it was like free for a week, or you had to like do a thing to get it for free. I didn't do that. So I think I only had it because of Game Pass, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And then I had one that I played with my brother and a friend from down the street. We had a big oak house with some horses and an area back with chickens. That world is on an island. Like, it's a kind of medium-sized-ish island with a chunk, like a bit of a, like a little bit of a jungle biome on the on one end. Ooh. So I did boot it up and I explored a bit. Every world I booted up had a map. I guess it makes sense because I think it starts you with a map in your inventory. Maybe that's a setting. Massages, but also expensive without insurance. Yeah. Yeah, if I could, I'd get in one of those like roller beds. You lay down and it like massages your back. Having one of those sounds pretty good. Having one of those sounds pretty good. Yeah, I did a bit of exploring on that world, and there's a island with a mycelium biome on it, with like a few mushroom trees, and a little stone house built into the side of it. Yeah, it's just islands. It's an ocean, so I don't know how far you'd have to go to find land that's not a that's not an island. But yeah, I didn't play it on the worlds too long. I just wanted to look at them. I don't remember why I called it First World 2. Because I deleted the first world. I don't remember what happened. And where First World went. I don't know where that went. It's more of your neck and legs than your back. Well, it still hits your neck. Well, maybe. I think you just need to get a neck massager too. But yeah, having one of those sounds nice. One of those sounds nice. Yeah, Minecraft's not a game I can play by myself. I just can't play it by myself. I get too bored. I do. Because when I play Minecraft, I end up just walking around. It's just boring by myself. So, I don't play it too much. Like Core Keeper is super fun. That the first Core Keeper stream was super fun. But then, because after we got a little base area, right? We had a farm, a crop farm, and then we got the sheeps and the cows, put them in a pen, had a house with the little gnome guy that we saved from the slime. I was just like, okay, I'm done. Games like that, like open world crafting games, are just more fun with other people to me. I can't really play it by myself. You have a world with your nephew? That's sweet. Yeah, like, building's fun, but, like, I'd rather have someone to talk to when I do it. Massage better, someone to press the pressure points to relieve the pain. Yeah. Yeah. Chair noises. Oh, sorry about the end break. It's been an hour already? Where'd the time go, huh? Oops, sorry. Where did the time go? You want to build a village from scratch? That sounds like fun. Sometimes you stumble on one and fix it all up. Yeah, there's a. Oh, it wasn't. I don't think it was my world. I've had a few Minecraft worlds, or I've played on a few Minecraft worlds where a village generates on like a cliff, like the chunk splits or whatever. It's just weird world generation. So like half the village is on top of a mountain, or like half a house is on top of a mountain or a cliff, and a farm split in half, so there's water everywhere, and you're like, what the heck is this? What is this? Yeah, those are fun to come up to discover. I think YouTube started feeding me lots of Minecraft ARG video essays after I watched the video about someone. It's like an hour and a half or 2 hours long of someone investigating the 14-year-old video from like Alpha. Somebody's the title of the video is like "A Strange House in Minecraft I Did Not Build." Because the guy was playing right after the Nether update or something. Turned into a mole and lived underground. It's more fun to like build a little house and then just dig it underground and then build a bunker. I enjoy that a lot. But the person, it's not fake. The video is not fake. And he goes through the Nether portal, goes into the Nether, he builds another one, and he comes out in the middle of nowhere. It's alpha, so the render distance is super short. But he's not that far from his base, but he can't see it from where he is. And there's no sprinting. So he's like, well, I walked. And then, so he comes out of the portal, and then there's just a sheer cliff, like a weird chunk generation. He's like, whoa, what is this? And then he looks up and he sees a dirt path in the sky. He's like, what is that? So he walks along the cliff trying to find a way up. For a bit he doesn't. He's lazy. And the draw distance makes it feel farther than it really is. Anyway, he climbs up there with a tower of soul sand and finds a house that he did not build. Like, it's this house built into the mountain with a bunch of double chests with diamonds and stuff in it, with a mine shaft, and there's a backyard area with a waterfall and all this other stuff. It's like, I didn't build this. And then there's just like a 2-hour video of a guy investigating if it was a hoax or real. I don't want to spoil the video. The video's still worth it if you know what's going on anyway. So go watch it. After the stream. But yeah, it's super interesting, fascinating stuff about how this house he did not build ended up in his world, and just how cursed this world is. Like, the file is still around. It's been found and it's been played on and put in a newest version of Minecraft on a server, and the world generation was just bizarre. Like, there was a field of ice in a river for some reason, but it wasn't like solid. It was just single blocks, like a checkerboard of ice blocks in a river. All this weird stuff. The world was cursed. And the guy that made the video of the original video 14 years ago is now doing content again. He's like in his 30s, I think. But he's got a pretty good voice. He's got a voice for radio or content creation, and he's got a nice cozy vibe. So yeah. Excuse me, sorry. Bill Cipher. Refresh my memory. Who's Bill Cipher? Who's that? This name sounds familiar, but not sure. No, I haven't. I haven't. I think one of my siblings did. Or has. I haven't. I know there's like, because I think I watched like a game theory or a film theory about it, like the little Illuminati pyramid eye guy. But I don't know really anything about it at all. Oh, he's one of the antagonists? Oh, okay. Gotcha. First crevice you can dig in, make a home, make an underground farm, then turn into a trading post for multiplayer with friends, and for some reason you always make a fish tank somewhere. Yeah. But he creates chaos. Oh, okay. I had this idea a few years ago when I was younger that me and my friends should like make a new world and go underground and not be able to leave, go to the surface and see if we can live. And my friends were too good at the game because we spawned. There was like 5 or 6 of us, and I found a cave. I made the world. I found the cave. It's like, okay, this is the world. There was a village nearby, so we all spawned, and I counted to like 30, or like I gave them like 2 minutes to find stuff. They grabbed trees. They raided the village, and then we started, and we got some chicken eggs, or we got chickens in there, put them in a little thing with a door. And then we built a little side ladder that you could climb up and then go down into the chicken pen and just kill a bunch of chickens. Because there was a few times someone would leave the door open because they were jammed in there. There were probably 200 chickens in that little room. So you'd open the door and immediately like 5 would run out. And we made a little side area with a tree farm because we knew plant them a certain distance from each other, all this stuff. So and then like in 2 hours we're like, okay, we did it. It's like, man, that was easier than I thought it would. And then one of us found a mine shaft. He went off on an adventure by himself for an hour, came back with like diamonds and all this stuff from the mine shaft. And we're like, where'd you find this stuff? It's like, I found a mine. We're like, okay, where is it? It's like, oh, it's over there. No one else knew where it was. Could not find it. So he'd be gone for like an hour, 30 minutes at a time. We're still in like a party chat though. And then he comes back, oh, I found more stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Like, where are you finding this? This is weird. Yeah. I remember the day I was introduced to Minecraft. Well, because when I was in 6th grade, the first time I ever heard of Minecraft was 6th grade. Makeup brush? Okay, give me a moment, Esther. Give me a moment. I gotta blow my nose. I've never seen a warden. I know what they look like, but I haven't played. Last time I played was before they were added. And I know like they like slow you down and can like snipe you through blocks or something, and they hit really hard. They're supposed to be spooky. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Their blind but sense movement. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about before I had to blow my nose. I apologize. Yeah, we were just too good at Minecraft. Went and buried ourselves underground, and within like an hour, we were set. But Warden got shy. Yeah, I stopped playing a little after the end update. I don't know if he came with the end update or anything like that, but I never saw him. There was a time me and like 2 or 3 friends tried to fight the Wither, and we didn't want to cause, because you know he fires explosive skulls at you, and when you summon him he explodes, right? There's an explosion. So we went out of our way. This might have been Church World, maybe. I don't think it was. It could have been. Could have been. Eventually I think we moved on from Church World because we're like, yeah, we've pretty much spent everything in this world. There was a time in Church World where we wanted to collect one of every block. For some reason, we wanted to do that. I think that might have been my idea. We didn't get very far though. But we tried to fight the weather. We fought the weather. But we dug underground. We made this little bunker with beds and chests to put our other stuff in. And we just wore armor and weapons. We spawned him. It took us like 30 minutes to kill him because he was underground. We dug pretty deep because we did not want him to damage any of our builds, even though he was pretty far. The CDs, the records, yeah, they're pretty cool. Unless you're doing a D's nuts joke, Floof. Anyway, took us like 30 minutes to kill him because we spawned him in this cave or whatever, and eventually, like, he just opened up this big pit. It was nuts. We'd spawned because he destroyed the beds that we used to set our spawn, so we'd die, we respawn, and he was like next to a river, so water was falling down into the pit. It was just this massive cavern that he left after we killed him. I don't remember what world that was in. I don't remember. Thank you for the redeem, Esther. Thank you. Some are jazzy. I know some of the newer ones are jazzy, like the piglin one. So did they change the zombie pigmen to look like zombie piglins? Or do they still look like humanoid, just Minecraft pigs? Well, I might have played after the Warden update, but I never saw Warden. The Zoglins. So, is it like zombies where there's zombies and zombie villagers? There's zombie pigmen and then zombie Zoglins? I don't know. I have no idea. Zombie hoglins. Hoglins are boars in the nether. Oh, okay. Hi Corinne, hi dear, how are ya? We're talking about Minecraft. We're talking about Minecraft. You're a fan. fantasy writer. Nice. My brother likes to write. I don't know what he's working on lately. He doesn't really let me read it. But in high school, our library did like a short story contest, and his got picked. So he's technically a published author because the library printed his story in a little booklet of the winners of the contest. You made a D&D character recently? Nice. The nuclear craft mod is still relevant. What's it called? There's that mod pack launcher. Oops, sorry. That was pretty loud. Let me put the mic cover back on. Give me 1 moment. I have so last time I played D&D, I DM'd for some friends because my friend got back from his mission, so we had a little LAN party. I think we played Combat Evolved for a bit. Do you think it communes with animals? Oh, cool. And I hadn't run our game we played. I DM'd for my friends in like 2019 into 2020, and I haven't played in that world in a long time. Now that I know a thing or two about world building, I might just, if we play D&D again or want to start a new campaign, might just make a new world. There's the Hobger. Excuse me. So the idea I had is, well, because if you could do a one shot, but then everybody would have to make a new character, and that would take a while. It is a Hob Ogre. Gotcha. So my idea was just have them play as monsters, and they're like, okay, that's cool. So I came up with a list of CR. The highest CR monster was like CR3, I think. I think there was a water elemental was an option. One of my friends wanted to play a water elemental. So the CR was a little higher than that. I think it might have been CR4. But I tried to, that they never praised and gave some cursed effect. Maybe. Maybe. I gave one of my friends players the flute, or the Wand of Wonder. I gave him the Wand of Wonder, and they would use it every day. Spawn an elephant. Turn that guy's hair purple. The Wand of Wonder is pretty fun. I like that. It's a fun item. It's like the deck of many things, but it relatively harmless. I don't think it does anything too bad. I think it can it manifests an elephant or a rhinoceros or something. I think it can petrify something. Emit of magical absorption. No. No. I had like 7 characters. Because one of my friends wanted to play something else. He was playing a orc fighter named Henk, Henk, and I think he wanted to play something else, or his character went off. Hank went off to do something. So then he made a Goliath Bard. And he just never, the Goliath Bard never left when Hank came back. So he was playing two characters. And so I had 7 player characters. Combat took forever. It took forever. It was fun though. We had a good time. They were level 3 for a long time, and then I almost got my friend's character killed in one hit. He almost died. He had a few close calls. The campaign opened in like this big city, and my friend's character is a half dragon, or a dragonborn, but he's a silver and bronze dragonborn. He's a hybrid. You've only been a GM. I've been a player. I don't know if I'm too great of a GM or DM, whatever you want to call it. I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, but it worked out. Mistake of taking it off. Turns out it released all the magic stored up in an explosion level that mounted. Oh my goodness. But my friend's character is a cleric dragonborn, half silver, half bronze, and he went outside of the city to go explore or something, and so I'd have them roll on the trinket table just as a little bit of flavor or whatever, because it would make their characters like, oh, we're not done yet, you have to roll a d100 and see what trinket you start with, because the trinkets are fun. And he got an egg, and I was like, okay, that's cool, let's see what kind of egg it is. And I made a little table with creatures that lay eggs, and he got an Ankylosaurus named Akra. I love Akra. So he had a daughter. He had a baby Ankylosaurus for a while, and then we figured, okay, fine, she's big enough to fight and carry you on her back. So I'm really strong, I'm sure. And my friend's character, his dragonborn's name is Squall, and Squall went outside the city to explore or whatever, and I rolled a encounter table or something, and an ape. It was just an ape, like a chimpanzee in a tree, and it's like, oh, it's a monkey, and the monkey threw a rock at him, hit him, beamed him in the head, and knocked him unconscious in like one go. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he was level 1. And then Aqua dragged him aside, so he had a few close calls. But the second time I was like, maybe I should level you guys up. They were level 3 for a while. Right, Caparian? Thank you for the stretch and water. Thank you. But for my friend's party, or get together we had when he got back from his mission, I DM'd a little one shot where they played as monsters. Let me stretch first. Good to see you, Caparian. I hope you're doing alright, dear. Thank you for the redeems. Thank you. The premise was that they were monsters that worked in a circus or were captured by a circus, a traveling circus. And their goal was to escape. Because the circus wasn't very kind to them. They all they had like an implant or something that would like kill them if they went too far from the circus. Because there's this big crystal gem. I made this up on the spot. There was a big crystal gem in the middle of the circus tent that would make a magic force field or whatever that did anything with an implant left the field, it would like explode or shock them or whatever. It would kill them. So they had to disable this crystal and get out. So they made this plan. We had I tried to pick a variety of monsters. I tried to find some that were good at fighting, some that had inborn spells, that kind of thing. You gave a boss 2 weapons, a club that absorbs magic, and a sword that deals damage based on the amount of magic absorbed. Cool. You're a bit cursed yourself. Gotcha. So I came up with most of this beforehand, but like the big purple crystal I made up like on the spot. So there were like 4 of them. There was a fairy dragon, a water elemental, what are they called? The monsters with the big green eye, and they're the product of a wizard discovering forbidden knowledge, and it turns like them into a Nothic. I think it's a Nothic. Water elemental. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. Let me see. I can find it in my gallery. Let's see. It was a while ago. I might have deleted those pictures. No, I didn't. Okay. There's a fairy dragon. Oh, right. One of them was a rug of smothering and a flying sword. And I think one of them was maybe a doppelganger? Or a mummy? I don't remember. Maybe there was only 4 of us. 4 of them. A Nothic. Maybe a mummy. Yeah. There's a monster called a fairy dragon. It's a dragon about the size of like, it's smaller than a house cat, and it can cast spells, and it changes color depending on how old it is, and the color determines what spells it can cast. So when they're the maximum age, when they're 51 years or older, they're a violet color and they can cast a bunch of spells. Maybe I think one of them, was one of them a minotaur? No, there was a minotaur. Maybe one of them was a mummy. I don't remember. Thank you for being here, Tato. Thank you. You've only DM'd once, but your place immediately put you in scenarios where you were making up a Z1. That's what I did all the time. I just flew by the seat of my pants. Anyway, they were monsters that were trying to escape this circus. So for Christmas one year, I got my brother this D&D book that was a older adventure that had been modernized for 5th edition. Some strange situations. I think one of them was a doppelganger. I don't think so. It might have been a mummy. I have the minis right here. Or some of them. Yeah, there was a fairy dragon. Yeah, I don't have all of them. One of my friends printed some minis for me. Anyway. They escaped the circus, but so the circus was ruled by a Lamia, and she had jackalwares and bullywug lackeys. The bullywugs were more oblivious. The jackalwares were, expressly loyal to the Lamia. The bullywugs were there, but they they were pretty much in the same boat as the other monsters, but they were, there were a lot of them because they were the circus's alarm system. If something was going down or a monster escaped, the bullywugs would go, they would make loud frog noises. Awkward situation to be in IRL. What? But thank you for being here, Tata. I hope you're doing right, dear. But in this older adventure that a publisher had remastered for 5th edition is the Squealer. In the back of the book with the monsters, the Squealer is like this. It's the D&D adventure where you go into a mountain and it's like a spaceship that crashed into the mountain, and there's like aliens and blaster guns and stuff like that. In the Squealer, let me see. Can I find the... Let's see. Possessing the body size of a gorilla, this creature is spotted yellow and green in coloration, and bears 2 foot long head that somewhat resembles a pig's. Its mouth is filled with sword-sharp tusks that jut out like knives. 5 arms protrude from its body, 4 from its shoulders and lower torso, while a 5th grows from its back. Its forearms are longer than its rear limbs, and all its limbs bear sharp talons. Horrible squeals like an animal in distress sound from its mouth almost mockingly. And I looked up an image of it on Google, and I was like, yep, I'm putting this in here. Just because it's so funny. They didn't fight the Squealer. If they fought the Squealer, they would have all died. Actually, I think one of them was a doppelganger. Maybe. I don't remember. Maybe I'll have to ask him. But one of my friends was the Nothic, because Nothics are really cool. I like Nothics. They do some cool stuff. Pushed into a closet with your doppelganger at a party, and they were opposite gender. That was a weekend for sure. Is this in the game? Okay. Unless you're not talking about D&D anymore, and you were like actually at a party, and okay. But they escaped the circus. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. Last prayer, you got pushed out of the closet. Oh, we don't have closets in my house. We don't have them. Well, we do, but there's no room for a person. They don't have doors anymore. Me and my siblings knocked the doors off the wheel. They weren't like a closet with a door, like a open and closing door. They were like this little opening in the wall with like those sliding wooden doors with the top on like a rail. And me and my brother messed with them too much or something, and we just got rid of the doors. So there's no closets. There are no closets in the house. In the sense that they have a door. There's one right by the front door with all the coats in it, and there's one in my both my sister's rooms have closets, and my mom and dad's room has closets. My room doesn't. But yeah, I got distracted. I'm sorry, Esther. I will get you your good kitty. But yeah, we had a good time, because playing as a monster is fun. Playing as a monster is fun.
Sorry, Esther. I'm sorry. Esther, you're a very, very good kitty. You're a very good kitty. And I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You work very, very hard.
good kitty, Esther. Good kitty. Good kitty. I'm very proud of you. That's a good kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good kitty. Look at you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yes, you are. Look at you being such a good kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you, Esther. I'm sorry that took a while. I got distracted. I'm sorry. But yeah, playing as a monster is fun. My brother wanted to play D&D with me for some reason. It was like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, okay, well, can I play as a monster? He's like, sure. Because he made this setting. Here's my help for it. For a bit of it. But he made this setting where there's this forest that is completely... It's real, but not real. Because it's been... it's a physically manifested beholder dream. There's a beholder sleeping underground or something like that somewhere, and it's manifested this forest with weird monsters in it. And if you stay there too long, it'll like corrupt you, turn you into something else, right? And he wanted to play D&D or something, and I was like, well, can I play as a monster? I looked through the monster manual and I found the Woodwode. The Woodwode is it's a fun word to say. The Woodwode is a haunted tree stump created by a druidic ritual where you you gouge someone's heart out and you put it in a rotten tree stump, or you put it in a tree stump, and then later it the Woodwode wakes up, and it's just like a wood undead automaton kind of deal. The person that made the Woodwode gives it an order and it does the thing. So if you see a Woodwode, it is usually under someone's control, right? Thank you for the follow, Big Hero. Thank you.
Mwah.
If you have a favorite ASMR trigger, I'd be happy to do it for you. Just let me know. I'm Ketchup. I do ASMR streams like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And the rest of the week we play games. We're playing spooky games this month. And tomorrow we're playing some more Signalis. If you like my ASMR content and want more, I upload all my VODs to a YouTube channel. There's no like edited content there. It's all clips, highlights, and VODs. It's just a VOD repository. But if you want more of my ASMR content, there's a playlist with all the ASMR VODs in it. It's over 150 videos now. I'm pretty sure I've ordered it from oldest to newest. You can of course shuffle it and all that kind of deal. But yeah, if you want more of my ASMR content, it's over there. This stream VOD will be up tomorrow night. It will be uploaded tomorrow night. I just upload all my VODs the next day at midnight, because that's the default time at YouTube defaults to. When you click on schedule upload. Oh, sorry, we dropped frames earlier. I don't know when that happened. Sorry about that. Because when you're a Twitch affiliate, Twitch has like 24-hour exclusive rights to your content. You can't publish it anywhere else, or stream it anywhere else, or anything like that. So I just wait a day to upload VODs. But they're there. But the Woodwode can, as long as it's touching soil or anything like that, it heals at the end of its turn, and it can, it has a club, like a wood club. And I was like, okay, can I play as the Woodwode brother? And my brother says, sure. and I fought some goblins. And it was really fun because the wood mode has like amazing movement when climbing a tree. So I just flavored that. I just thought that was, it can like phase milled into a tree and like move its form inside the tree, right? Like a ghost moving through a wall, and as it can teleport it into a tree or inside a tree within line of sight. I don't know if I can do that. That's how I played it. So it was really fun. I would bop a goblin, and then I would touch a tree, and then I would phase into a different tree. They wouldn't know where I went, and then I would bop another one. It was fun. So playing as a monster, it's fun because it gives you some limitations, and it gets you to like the monster, right? Gets you to empathize with the monster, you know. Walk a mile in its shoes, and I like that. But like my favorite part about D&D is the monsters. The monsters are just cool. The monsters are pretty cool. Sorry about that. Thank you for the Rizzy Master. I'm sorry it took so long. So I'm not proud of it, but I watched the second season of Arifureta, the isekai anime, where the guy gets like his hair turns white and he gets an eye patch and he has guns and stuff. That one, and I watched the second season of that last night. I finished it last night. Because I was like in the middle of watching it as it was airing, and then Funimation or Sony bought Funimation or Crunchyroll or whatever happened, right? And then Funimation was like, "Hey, we're just so you guys know, we're after this anime season we will not be adding any new content to Funimation, but you can still watch whatever's here. And here's a link to get the Crunchyroll for free." But at the time, I had a Crunchyroll account, so I didn't get Crunchyroll for free. I don't know how it worked. It was a while ago. But I was paying for Funimation and using Crunchyroll for free, because Crunchyroll lets you watch their library for free, but you just have to wait an extra week to watch the next episode. Because an episode would air, and then it would be locked behind premium, and the episodes had ads in them, ad breaks. I don't think they do that anymore. I think if you just want to use Crunchyroll, you have to pay for it now. They probably didn't make much from those ad breaks anyway. It was always the same ads. I paid for Funimation because of that. I used Funimation for free, and they had ad breaks, but it was like the same 3 ads every ad break. Like It was like 2020, so it was around the time they were getting ready for like the DC Fandom event, or like the next Suicide Squad movie or something like that. And it was just annoying because it was that ad. It was either that ad 3 times, or that ad and then like Funimation uh, advertising their own services ads, and it was terrible. I bared it for like a month. Okay, fine. Fine. I went with Funimation initially because they had more dubs, and at the time I just could not keep up with subs at all. I could not. And people say dubs suck. And I think there's definitely a few dubs where you're like, man, this is kind of jarring. But I think there's a lot. I don't think dubs these days are terrible. They're not 4Kids level. 4Kids TV. Or CW 4Kids. It was CW 4Kids most of my time growing up. It was 4Kids TV for a while, and then WB bought it or whatever, merged, and then it became WB 4Kids. That was my Saturday cartoons. But yeah, I was watching Arifureta. Like, the second season was airing when the merger happened. So it was stuck in limbo, and I stopped paying for Funimation after that, so I just didn't watch it. Yeah. Okay, Floof, thank you for being here. Good night. Don't forget to drink water. Brush your teeth. Do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, Floof. I hope you had something yummy today. We'll probably call it a night here in like 15 minutes. So if there's anyone else, if anyone else has redeems that they haven't gotten to yet and want to redeem, please do so soon. Or you'll have to wait till Friday. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do ASMR on Friday. I might just do a just chatting art stream. I'll probably just do that, but because ASMR is going to distract me too much from drawing the doodles. So, anyway, I have 5. I have 5 doodles that people have told me what they want doodles of. So, that'll probably take the whole stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I watched the second season of Arifureta because the third season is airing now. It's getting its 3rd season this season, so fine. Fine. And it's not great. It's campy, right? It's an isekai. I would say it's terrible. It's bearable. No pun intended. It's a bearable isekai. It's not terrible. There's definitely worse out there. It has a nice vibe, I guess. I don't know, the jazz, the OST's fun. But yeah. Hi, Ching. Is that a bonky? Why are you bonking me? What are you doing? Cheng, I'm doing the doodle stream on Friday, on the 18th. So you said you wanted a bonk. Do you want me to be bonking, or do you want a bonk of me, or what? I don't remember. I just wrote down bonk. Bonk chat. Or me, it doesn't matter. You like bonk. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I can't promise it'll be any kid. How are you, Chang? I hope you're doing alright, dear. Good to see you. We've just been rambling about Minecraft and D&D today. Archery or Kyudo. Nice. My day was good. My throat doesn't hurt anymore, so that was good. When I watched anime today, watched some Twitch, and I had some taquitos, and I don't think they're agreeing with me too much. I regret eating them. They made me pretty gassy after I ate them, but yeah, but it was good. Share with us. They're just frozen taquitos. They're fine. I dipped them in fry sauce. Maybe that's why I'm guessing. I don't know. Sharing is caring. Yeah, but it was like 8 taquitos. Hi, Brad. You want your smooches? Okay. Earthbreak just started. If you can hear me, Brad, I will do your redeems. I think I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Okay. So I will be back in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna take a bathroom break during the ad break. So, I'll be back. It's Maury. Hi, Maury. Sorry about that. I am back. How are you, Brett? You doing okay? Hi, Maury. Hi, sweetheart. Did you go to the Warhammer store? Has it been a week? How'd that go? You had a good time. You did? Awesome. Hope you had a good time, Maury. It's so fun. It's funny because you spent way too much time on it. That's okay. That's okay. You have fun, right? Were they like, hey, hurry up? you're taking a while. So what happened? Did you what color, what faction did you decide on? To where we have people around. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because when I painted an orc, not a Warhammer orc, it was just it was a Reaper Bones orc mini. That took me about 2-3 hours, I think. Okay, Bread. Are you here, Bread? Can you do your redeems now? Smooches, then you want a good bread, and then sniffers. Okay. Thank you, Brett. That's very sweet of you. There's your smooches, Bread. There's your smooches. I hope those were okay for you, Bread. Thank you for the redeem. I'll get you a good bread in just a second. Painted a Stormcast externals miniature. It was really cool. I don't know what that is. Give me a second. Stormcast externals. Okay, let me look that up. Oh, they're like gold. Okay, so it wasn't are those guys Space Marines? Are they like Age of Sigmar? I don't know. They're cool. I think I've seen those guys before. Yeah, they're like the gold guys. That's cool. They're little golden dudes. Nice. I'm good, Maury. Sigmar. Nice. I have some Sigmar minis. I opened a Warcry box. Apparently, my brother gave it to me for my birthday or Christmas or something. He should have kept it and like sold it because it was sealed. Well, it wasn't sealed. It was opened, but none of the sprues had been touched. And I looked it up on eBay. It was like $300. Maybe not 300. at least $80. He should have just kept it. It was a bunch of Skaven. It was a bunch of Skaven guys. So a bunch, like 18 little guys, and then 3 priests, and a pack of rats, and 2 rat ogre guys. We did that on stream a few months ago. It was a while. That feels like forever ago, dude. Like, I forgot that even happened. Where did I put all of them? Oh, right. The rats are so silly. Yeah. That was fun, though. I got so much glue on my fingers. My fingers were had glue on them for like weeks. For at least a week. It's a lot of glue. So did you paint them gold then, Maury?
Mwah.
Also, please go follow Maury. Please, please, please. Maury's a super sweet, cute strummer. Pretty please, go give Maury lots of love. Please, please, please. Super cute strummer. Alright, Brett, here's your good bud. Here's your good bud. Yeah, I do want to play Space Marine 2, but I probably won't start that till at least next month. Next month, I kind of want to do some hand cam stuff. We need to make the puppet from the Donathon rewards here, because we hit $80 towards the 3DO on my throne. We haven't started that yet, and need to do that. So I think next month we'll start that. At some point next month, when I can get my hands on some cheap Halloween candy, I don't know if I'm gonna do the candy stream this year. We'll see. Because I spent like $40 on candy last year, and that was on discount. So we'll see. But we need to make the puppet. I have it cut. I have the fabric cut. I just need to sew it. I'm not going to be able to do everything on stream because I need to go to the garage to use the bandsaw to cut the mouth plate. But everything else we can do on stream. It's very satisfying, yeah. I haven't really used gold often. But yeah. Did you post a picture on Twitter or something more? Can we see it somewhere? Can we see it anywhere? But I'm glad you had fun. It sounds like fun. I haven't painted in a while. We could do painting streams as well. I have a lot of raptor, like Velociraptor minis that I can practice on. That kind of sounds like fun. Would be awesome. Yeah. I don't know if we'll paint the Warhammer guys. Maybe if we can warm up to them. But I have a lot of minis in my backlog that I need to get through at some point. Okay.
Your bread. Your bread. Are you here, bread? You ready for your good bread? It's not a painting stream, but I'm doing a drawing stream on Friday. I'm drawing doodles for subscribers. Bread, you're very, very good bread, and I'm very, very proud of you.
water globes? Okay, Maury, I'll get those to you after I do bird sniffers.
Good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good bread. You are. Yes, you are such a good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah. Look at you being such a good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good bread. Mwah. 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 Good bread, good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah.
Alright. There's a good bread. Let me blow my nose real quick and I'll get you your sniffers. Okay, here you go, bread.
There you go. There you go, bread.
There you go, bread. Hope that was okay for you. Alright. After I do Maurie's water globes, we'll look for someone to raid. If you have any more redeems, please redeem them soon. Okay. Oh, sorry. But I'm glad you had a good time, Maury. I'm glad to hear it. Did you guys have something yummy to eat today? We're all out of veggies, so I had cereal today. Then I had some baby carrots with some ranch. And for dinner I had some taquitos. Very balanced meal today. Very balanced foods today, huh? I had Life cereal, cinnamon Life cereal. It's actually really good. It's like a mild French, not French, cinnamon toast crunch, kinda. Just without all the flavor, without all the cinnamon powder. So, in some ways, superior, right? I think the milk is better. At the end of a cinnamon Life cereal bowl, I think the milk's better because it doesn't have all the greeny cinnamon dust in the milk. Because sometimes, the texture can be, but also I think the Life cereal is just kind of a more pleasant, softer taste than the cinnamon toast crunch, which is definitely more potent. But where you could just snack on cinnamon toast crunch dry, I think Life cereal you need to eat it in a bowl. Otherwise, you miss out on a lot of the cinnamony stuff because of the milk. okay, Maury. I can get you a good girl. Life cereal so yummy. Yeah, we got some because I guess it was on sale or there was a coupon or something. It was a good deal anyway. The boxes aren't very big though. They're not very big boxes. Well, I mean, cereal boxes these days aren't very big. Besides, maybe Rice Krispies. Those boxes are probably still sizable, right? Maybe? I don't know. So the cereal boxes are definitely smaller. You look at a family-sized box of cereal, like, I could eat that in an hour. Wouldn't be pleasant, but you could. You ever finish a bowl and before you don't drink the milk, you just pour in more cereal? My dad does that. I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't been that hungry for cereal in a good while. But Life cereal is yummy. It's a good time. At least the cinnamon flavor. That's the only flavor of Life cereal I've had. My first time having Life cereal was last week or 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Maury. I'm very proud of you, dear. You work very, very hard. You work very, very hard, Maury, and I'm very proud of you. You're a very, very good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Maury. Good girl. Good girl, Maury. Good girl. Good girl, Maury. Good girl. I'm very proud of you, Maury. Thank you for being here, Maury. Thank you for spending time with me in the streams. Thank you. It means a lot. And it's always good to see you. And I'm glad you had a good time painting. I hope you have more good times painting. Oh, and did you watch any Goober Town hobby videos? Did you watch any of those? I'm curious, did you watch any? Very good girl, Maury. Very good girl. Good girl. Maury, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion.
Good girl, Maury. Good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Mwah, 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 mwah. Very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Look at you being such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mwah. 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 Thank you, Maury. Thank you for the redeem. Alright. It's been 2.5 hours. I think that's long enough. I think you guys have had enough of me. So I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Give me a second to swap my headphones, and I will be right back. Oh, okay. This person is ending stream, so we won't raid them. Thank you for being here, Maury. And bye, Bread. I'm sorry. You got here like 15 minutes before we usually end, Bread. That's a rerun. I think Yui is live. Yeah, Yui is live. We can say hi to Yui. We can say hi to Yui. If Yui's still live. Is Violet live? Nope. Violet's not live. Or we can wait this person. They're looking at ASMR scripts. Go say hi. They haven't hit affiliate yet. They're at 67 followers, so they probably just need stream time and the CCV. Make sure I spell this right. Yep. Okay. Thank you again for the follow Otaku Prince and the raid Kumi and the raid Beatrice and the follow Big Hero. Thank you. Let's go say hi to Wampus. Wampus, I believe Wampus is a beast for some credit. Wampus sounds familiar. Why do I have to leave? Because I need to go to bed, Bread. It's 10 o'clock. And I'm kind of tired. Thank you for being here, Chang. Thank you for being here, Bread. Good night, Maury. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for lurking, for following, for chatting, for rating. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Signalis. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. For some Signalis stuff is getting real. We're in chapter 3 now. The game is crazy. I'm having a great time with Signalis. But of course, if you're avoiding spoilers for Signalis, do not worry about it. You do not need to stop by. Play Signalis. It's really good. But good night, guys. Please be nice to Wampus. Mwah. Love you. Bye.